Hey there guys, it's JupponGatana coming at you, and today we're going to be going over the den. We've got Lucky Cat with us here today too, and essentially what I think you guys should do for leveling it, where I think the stopping points are for, most people, and for, well, the stopping points for kind of the upper echelon. Now, as of recording this, I just barely hit Den 41, and just to start off on the higher end, this here, I think, is going to be where most people should stop. I think at this point, if you're a very rational person, you should just take this here and then start cleaning out the shop. Now, to get to this point, though, is the major thing. How do you get to that point? How do you get to 41? How far can you actually get in the game right now? These are all some really good questions, and I'm going to delve in and give you my thoughts on things. Now, there's a couple of caveats here. These are obviously my thoughts. I'm obviously a high-end spender, and having access to every character in the game is a huge advantage for leveling up Den, because not only does it tie into the synergy of the Q rating here to give you all these extra buffs and everything, that Q rating also helps feed into leveling up the Den by giving you coins, giving you den experience every once in a while. So these things all kind of tie into each other. Now, if you build out a strong roster, you build out people as best you can and you up this rating, that's going to help level up the den. Not as much as some of the other things, but it is something to consider if you are looking to kind of like squeeze out a little bit more on the XP side of things. So lucky. So let's go into the other areas that are a little bit less demanding on character growth and more so on just the game itself. Now this area here, this items area, I consider this more to be the side quest area for all intensive purposes, because as you see here, you've got some things that ask you to do a specific task in game. Like this one's attain 8-star in Trials of the Sea of Souls. This one's time gated heavily. We'll get to that one day. In fact, some people may never get to this one. So this one's one you would take off the table. But as you can see here, 6k XP, that's a lot. This one's coming up for a lot of people, especially if you've been playing day one. This is just simply get to 6 stars. So once 2.0 hits, everybody who's hit 6 stars will instantly get that 3k XP, and also they'll get a 1% damage boost in gates for their guild, so they'll do a little bit more damage. This one's a nice one, and relatively you don't have to do anything for it, you just keep playing the game. This one's a little bit different. It wants you to have 3 seasons in 7-star, so it's effectively, or I guess maybe 7-star or better, it's effectively an even heavier version of the time-gated King Frost. This one will be a while. Now, you're going to see a couple variations of this here, getting close friends. So what does close friends mean? Well, that means going into the synergy and getting characters to at least 15. So like right now, if I get one more here, visit with her, she'll be 15 in a bit. And she does talk a lot. So there are some pitfalls here. There are obviously some characters in the game you can't get to 15 currently, and that slowed me down a little bit. So that's one thing you want to consider when going this path, is that you may not have the ability to push a close friend with the synergy. Like right now, Cord you can't get to 15. Another one that you couldn't get to 15 that kind of surprised me was Key. Like, I have him prepped. He's ready to go. Cannot get him to 15. So keep that in mind when you're looking to build the synergy, because right now that one I showed you is for 5. There's one here even further down the list. Well, this is late game stuff that wants you to get 8, which we'll go over why I don't think you're going to be dealing with that at all. But, and then this one here, this is also something that's super time gated. Stats to 16. I don't even have 2. I'm not even at the halfway mark yet for this. This one is another super excessive time one, and this is going to take forever and a day. It's got a lot of good XP. Now, let's go over the ones you can get. Genosik's pretty good. You can easily grab Genosik after a while. I believe his was for, it doesn't say here now because I've claimed it, which that's unfortunate, but his was for getting him to max rank, and essentially you just had to clear the Velvet Trials. There's a couple other ones in here as well that were just simply completing certain stages in the Velvet Trials, like 15 and 25. You don't even need to get the stars on them, just complete the stages. Just by completing them, you were gaining access to a couple other characters here. Like one of them was Alice, and that's 3k XP right there. So there's some things you could do. Look through this list, see what you have. There's some easy ones, and then there's some ones that make you just like hate life. Like this one, the clinic one, you sunk 100k yen into this, but this was a guarantee. This one, I know some people are going to be like, it's a waste of yen, it's a waste of synergy resources, but getting this one wasn't as bad as, let's say, getting these two. Because these required you to complete the capsule challenges to get them done, and oh boy, I definitely spent over 100k yen getting the desired amount of sets done just to get these two knocked out. This was completely luck based. There's even a book you get for after 100 tries. Nothing was saving me there. So realistically, these side quests, these are the ones that are going to help you the most, and there's some easier ones in here. So go through this list, see what you have. You've probably got a lot of XP on the table that you can utilize, and the ones that I have here, these are like the super high end game ones. Don't expect to have these done, except you probably could get this one done, because again, I misstepped with key, so you could probably have that one done. Now the next thing here is this gallery, and this gallery is where you're going to get a bulk of XP taken care of, as well as just getting some little buffs for characters. Like I literally pushed Haruna to 100 just to get the portrait unlocked, because that's 1500 XP, and as you can see, I've grabbed just about everything else. I have 3 more to unlock. Now there is an unlock trick here that you can do that Platypus did a video on, and I will just briefly show that. There's 2 main channels people use to kind of share ratings. One of them is 585, and they share characters here. Now what that does is, let's say I share out like my Haruna, which I'm going to do here to help out people. I've done it before. So for anybody watching this, anybody who goes here and now goes to 585 and clicks on that, if you have Haruna, you now have the ability to get all 3 portraits, even if you're not Den level 35 for the final. I don't know if that's an intended feature. I don't know what the deal is with it, because technically you can boost up a character, unlock the portrait through like Revo cards, and I've done this with Phoebe and a couple other characters, and then you keep those cards in play, or you keep those unlocks in play rather. So that's another good one to do, is try and unlock as many of these as possible and get the XP that way. The other caveat to it is you need to own the character, so if you don't have the character, you're locked out of a decent amount of these. And then last but not least, once you do buy out everything here, music is one of the last ones to do. Now sometimes I will buy music, like today I bought music to get my 41 early, because if I had waited, I would have had to have gotten another 1400 coins to get 1500 XP when I only needed 800. So if you only need like 800 XP to get a quick level, especially if it's a level that's going to give you, let's say a quicker amount of regen on these. Like, you know, every 5 levels up until 41, you're getting a little more regen. It doesn't hurt to do this. Now, going on to visitors themselves, this is another key thing here, and my theory on it, and again, this is just my theory, is I think about level 7 is where you should probably stop for most characters, because at that point, you're looking here, you need, you know, almost 10k, and you're getting about, you know, at 10k you'd get 8k medals after doing this. Well, that takes, what, 3.5, 4 days to get done at that point? And you're better off having a steady stream of coins coming in so you can actively buy stuff, because the quicker you can buy stuff, the easier it is to obtain levels and push up. Now, is an 8k amount of coins really good? Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's not bad at all. You know, it's not a wrong way to do things. But at the same time, you know, I'd rather go the route of having the coins quickly and being able to utilize them, because I feel like it's easier to lose time. You know, because if it takes you 2 days to hit 31 with visitors, but your visitors aren't ready until, you know, 3.5, 4 days, well, that's like a day and a half, 2 days lost. Now, myself, I like to do like sets of appropriate levels for them. I try and match them up level-wise together, you know, do sets of them. And that just seems to work for me. But if you have a different system where you think that works, or you know, like maybe putting in one higher level and coordinating with a couple other lower levels, you can try that too. But I just like doing 4 of the same kind, knowing they were all going to hit at the same time, and, you know, getting my medals that way. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. And again, I think most people, once you get to, you know, the 36 mark, you're good, because you got, you know, at that point you've got the shop you can work on here to start buying stuff out. And the next major shop, I don't think is until, yeah, it's until 50 here. Now, for 40, there's a purchase limit here somewhere I wanted to see. Yeah, I can grab even more of these shards for hitting 40. So, realistically, if you were somebody who was of sound mind, I think at this point you should start buying these up, because these are a limited resource. However, I'm not of sound mind when it comes to this stuff. I want to race to 50. Can I get to 50 though? And that answer is no. I think as of right now, I think the highest area I can get to is maybe like 45. You know, 2.0 might come around. Maybe I can hit 46 with everything. And that's, you know, also kind of assuming that I'm able to unlock these last 3 characters, which I'm working on cards for them as we speak, so I can at least get the portraits ready, because that's another 4,500 XP on the table. So once these 3 are unlocked as well, and I buy out all these and all the music and get a few more side quests done, I think 45 is like the top end for me. Maybe 46 with 2.0, but we'll see. I mean, because again, there's some decent buffs here. Like 45 is going to give us a little bit more damage than Sea of Souls. 49 is also going to do the same thing. So there is some stuff here, and this is more like whale territory at this point to unlock this early on. Like, for most people, I think I've seen one guy who has like an international account, and his den is 46, and he's been playing since April, to give you an idea. So, I mean, this is like stuff that 4 or 5 months out for most people. We're on what, like, not even month 3 yet? About month 3, I think. Yeah, June. No, month 2. We've only been playing this for like 2 months time. So you guys spent a lot of money in this game. So, other than that, if you have any other questions or you have any other thoughts on the system or other stuff you want to see me kind of tear down and look at and give my opinion, because again, my thoughts on a lot of these things are going to be different than other people's just because of how I play the game. I'm trying to like an all-rounder type guy. I play differently. I'm not going to be like the top guy in SOS or the top guy in, like, you know, guild scores. I'm going to do well in these things, you know, do well enough to pass them. But I'm not, you know, I'm working on everything. City life, achievement hunting, the whole 9 yards. So there's a lot of stuff I like to do. I like to, you know, take all the fun and just drain it out of the game and then complain about lack of content. That's me in a nutshell. But with that being said, if you guys have any thoughts, you know, let me know where your dens are. Let me also know what this is up here, because at 40, there's supposedly some stuff here that we're supposed to be getting. Like, this is the final slot. It got showed to me, and I'm like, I don't have anything to put there. Like, once again, I'm outpacing the developers in this game. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling and end it here, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace. Say bye, Lucky Cat. Want to say bye? Take care, guys.